Good morning. My name's Henry James Beck. This is Beck in the Backstreets. Today, we got something cool for you guys. We're taking a few day trips out of Yerevan, Armenia today, and the first stop is Garni. The second stop is the Geghard Monastery. So before we get going on the road trip, we need to get some supplies. We are on our way. No. We find ourselves in the Caucasus region, and behind me is the Garni Temple. This sucker is 2,020 years old. This is a pagan temple. It is the only pagan temple in the entire Caucasus region, not even just Armenia. In 1679, a massive earthquake hit Armenia, which caused the original Garni Temple to collapse. Fortunately, a majority of the original stonework and materials used to build the Garni Temple were still located at the site, which allowed Armenia to rebuild the Garni Temple in the late 1900s. This temple was built dedicated to the god of sun and light, Mahir, apparently. And I wonder if there were perhaps sacrifices made in the very spot we stand all those years ago. We obviously also have this beautiful mountain range that this pagan temple was built in. And let me give you guys some dramatic camera pans with cool music. It's pretty cold and windy, but man, is it worth it for that view. Something that Armenia has all over the place are these water fountains, which you can kind of just drink from. It's delicious fresh water. It tastes almost like spring water, and they really are all over the place. I mean, check. So, way to go, Armenia, keeping your people hydrated. Thank you.
English? In walnut, syrup pomegranate, syrup mulberry, syrup apricot.
This is sujuk.
This is sujuk, Armenian sujuk.
Can I have one of each?
Peach?
No, one of each. This one, this one, and this one.
Mulberry, apricot.
So we just got done with the Garni visit. Now we are heading to the Ghard Monastery. While we wait in great anticipation to arrive at Geghard Monastery, we're gonna try some traditional Armenian sweets. This here is called sujuk. It's nuts that have been basically dipped in jam kind of thing that they make from various fruits like apricots or pomegranate, that kind of thing. I love these things. I mean, they're delicious. We've just arrived at the monastery. We're gonna walk up there now, but the sight is pretty spectacular. It is freezing though. You'll see we've got snowy mountaintops. We wanna go see where these stairs lead. Fluffy. It is absolutely freezing. Woo! We've arrived at the Geghard Monastery. It is freezing. I think it's like 1 degree or something, and I am unprepared, man. I got a Spider-Man shirt on. It's not protecting me. Anyway, the word Geghard means spear in Armenian. And the reason this is called the Geghard Monastery is because it's believed that after Jesus was crucified, the traitor Judas brought a spear that was used to wound him to this monastery. Apparently the monastery was carved out of stone, so it's not actually, it wasn't constructed with blocks and like, you know, the rest of the stuff here. It was actually carved. So that is also quite impressive. Let's go check this out. So we just came from inside the monastery, and you know, as a Christian myself, I get literal goosebumps being in there, man. It feels significant. I think we need to go to our next location and find some warmth. Some crazy rain we're facing. We unfortunately have to call an end to our day trips because the weather was just a little too intense. So even if we managed to get to where we needed to go alive, we would have kind of just a crap day. So we decided to turn it around, and we will pick this up on Thursday. It is Thursday morning and we're picking this up. So we are waiting for our driver, and we are gonna get ourselves a nice warm drink because the temperature at the moment is a little cold. Fortunately, we got this guy to keep us comfortable and warm until we get our car guy and go on a trip. If there's one thing Yerevan really does right, it's its hot chocolate. We're back on the road, and we are going to, first of all, a place called Dilijan. Then the next stop is meant to be Lake Sevan, and finally we will be at a mountainous region called Tsaghkadzor. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Tone shift. If all goes well, I might be able to play in snow today. We are heading into a cafe here, and I have a feeling no one is going to speak any English. This sounds like my kind of place. Well, I was wrong. English was well understood. We were welcomed with open arms, and we are sitting in a super cool cafe. Cafe numero 2. We've ordered ourselves a hot chocolate, of course, don't judge me. Hot chocolate has arrived, and so has a cookie. Check this out. Tastes like air, because it's that small. Chocolatey. Stepping out of cafe number 2 here in Dilijan. If you find yourself in Dilijan, you gotta come check this cafe out, man. It is just such a picturesque place to chill out. Oh look, a water fountain here in Dilijan. Dilijan is coined by the locals of the town as the Switzerland of Armenia. Welcome to Dilijan National Park. There is a little waterfall there.
This fish is really good at playing dead. I'm still gonna eat you, fool!
Contemplating how to cook my delicious fish. This is how our ancestors got buff. I'm gonna lift this bad boy, but first I need some dubstep. I almost popped a vein trying to lift this thing, and then I realized it's nailed down. I cannot tell you how fresh the air I'm breathing is here. All this beautiful forest, and it's just creating the freshest of air. There's like hardly anything in this area. You've got a couple of buildings dotted around here and there. Beautiful green, epic mountainscapes. Little bit of dotting of snow over there. Just seriously next level. If you are in Armenia, you gotta come to Dilijan. We are heading out of Dilijan and going to Lake Sevan now. Unfortunately, there was no snow in Dilijan, so the hunt for snow continues. I found some snow. I gotta get to this right now. It's so cold. Oh my goodness. Trying to warm up my freaking hands. So we're here now at Lake Sevan. We actually passed Lake Sevan on our way to Dilijan, but because we wanted to do furthest, nearest, we decided to stop here at Lake Sevan second. We're about to climb up to that monastery. You can't see it so well from here. We're gonna climb up there after we have some food. So let's go. So we found a place to eat some food, but they literally don't speak one single word of English here. I'm really glad that we have our driver because he's been able to muddle together an order for us. And on top of that, these guys have just opened, which means they don't even have menus printed. So we couldn't even look at an item that looks tasty and point at it and say, so thank goodness for our driver. We will tell you what the food is like momentarily. We just got done with the lunch at this place. It's called lunch. I don't know what the Armenian word means, but it was, yeah, a little disappointing. The food was expensive, the food was average, and there was hair in our food and kinds of weird stuff. So yeah, I know that they're just opening and they still have some things to change, I guess. Yeah, a little hard to recommend at the moment. So this is Lake Sevan. Lake Sevan is the highest lake in all of the Caucasus at 1.9 kilometers above sea level. It is pretty spectacular, the size of this thing. Here's another really interesting thing about Lake Sevan. Lake Sevan is almost entirely wet. Where Lake Sevan is not wet, it's dry land. Let's see how cold this water is. Now we're beginning our journey up to the church here, which is pretty historic. Quite a few steps to climb to get to the top, but I think it'll be worth it. The church we are climbing to was founded in 874. It actually used to be built on an island, but the lake was artificially drained, and since then the church is on a peninsula. Wow, now this is a view. You can see the snow-capped mountains all around us. It is pretty special. Take a look at this. This used to be underwater before the lake was drained, and that's how this outcropping went from being an island to a peninsula. Feels truly tranquil up here. I can't tell you how beautiful these mountains look with the thawing ice. Something special, man. I love the gleaming snow on the mountains. Time to head back down the stairs, and our last stop for the day is the mountainous region of Tsaghkadzor. Unfortunately, we were unable to stop in Tsaghkadzor. We wanted to go up the cable car there, see the mountain, but apparently it's closed, and there were some guys there offering to take us up on a quad bike, but they were charging an obscene price. Anyway, we travel back to Yerevan. Long road trip back in our hotel. Comparing all 5 places we've been to, it will be Dilijan, Lake Sevan, Geghard, Garni, and lastly will be Tsaghkadzor. It is our last night in Yerevan, so we are going to go and have something wonderful to eat. We're going to go and soak up that lovely Yerevan city vibe one more time, and then tomorrow we are heading home. The Cascades are awesome at night. It's just the vibe in the city, man. It's like 10 o'clock at the moment, and people are still out just enjoying themselves. I'm gonna miss this place. I think I'll get you guys a better view. It has been an amazing holiday in Yerevan, and I am a little sad to be going home. But at the same time, there's no place like home. Let's get back there. Back at home, and man, what an adventure. Honestly, I would recommend Armenia to anybody. I went there not really expecting much because I didn't do research, I didn't know much about Armenia. We kind of selected the place because it was nearby, it was easy to get an e-visa, it was open unlike most places during this time. Yerevan to me was my favorite part of Armenia by far, and the historic sites and the day trips we took were just the cherry on top. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it encouraged you to maybe check the place out yourself. Please, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. It truly helps. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought. What did you like? What did you think was cool? Just tell me, I want to hear from you guys. I love talking to you guys. That's it from Beck in the Backstreets. Thanks for watching. I have one more thing to do though.